What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. Today we are looking at something pretty interesting. Check it out. It's German technology building a house construction documentary. So German houses, right? Let's actually see the technology and things, the way they actually build these houses. It's gonna be a good one. I can feel it. Let's like the video, guys. Don't forget to like this video yourselves as well. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already. Here we post daily content of German things. So if you're into that, guys, stay tuned. And yeah, let's actually get on with it. Let's see what we have, guys. Let's go. Let's turn the volume a bit up. Yeah, about there.
How is a house built? How does that work? We accompanied the complete construction of a typical German single-family home for more than 6 months.
So a typical German home, I mean, like every country, I would say, have their own designs and their own way of actually building a house or whatever. Because when you travel to different countries, you can see like their house structure is different to what you know and what you actually see every day in your life. So yeah, it's interesting to know this stuff.
We were involved in every important step, from the first floor work to the finished house. In the first part, the earthworks were carried out and the floor slab was cast.
Okay, so you do need a flat surface.
Now the masonry work continues.
It's gonna be a good one, bro. It's gonna be a good one. Wow, look at that. Like, that is a typical German house, right? Like, that's a cool design. I would love a house like this. Part 2, Masonry.
The floor slab has hardened and the bricks are already there.
Okay.
Now it can start with the masonry.
So let's see step by step how they actually do it.
Lay bitumen membrane. It protects the walls from rising damp.
Right.
For the first row of bricks, a cement mortar has to be mixed, which later becomes as hard as concrete.
After this, I'm gonna go build my own home, bro.
It serves as an underfill to compensate for differences in height of the base plate, because the stones must all be at exactly the same level.
Okay, so they have to
starts at the corners.
Actually...
A laser checks whether the height is correct. If the first stone sits and is exactly in balance, the next ones are aligned with it. In the other corners...
So the first step is actually, the first brick, is the most important one. Like, you get that first brick wrong, I mean, the whole thing will go, like, downhill. That's my guess, bro.
It happens the same way.
Okay. Putting on the same
Of course, all
line.
dimensions for wall openings, for example for windows and doors, must also be observed. The masons have the floor plan for this. Here on the south side of the house there is already the first special feature, 3 floor-to-ceiling windows. The row of bricks must therefore be interrupted here, just like on the front for the front door.
Okay. And they need the exact, like, space measurement for the doors as well, because everything here is measured, so I'm guessing everything has to be on point, bro.
First row is slowly taking shape. The masons work their way from the corners and put stone by stone. But what kind of stone is that exactly, which is installed here?
We do not work with the external wall insulation system, which is widespread here. Instead, our houses use a so-called Puritan stone, so that's a stone made of clay, in which the thermal insulation is integrated in the stone, with hydrophobic mineral wool. So a solid stone.
Okay, so it's a brick and they actually have wool inside. Never heard of a brick like that before.
36.5 centimeters thick, with hydrophobic mineral wool as insulation. That means best sound insulation and best building physical properties and also the best thermal insulation.
Alright, not bad. Wow, bro.
The bricklayers have made the first course and are already on the second row. So-called thin bed mortar now ensures the non-positive connection between the rows of stones. Ideal, but instead of laying row after row now, they first concentrate on the corners of the outer walls.
Yeah, corners, of course. Very important. Like, you do not want a wobbly house, bro. Imagine the corners, like, bent a little. That won't be too good, right? Okay, so, like, one person has each corner. So, yeah, pretty
Forming the
interesting.
corners has the advantage that you can easily lay out the plumb lines for the next rows of tiles.
Okay.
The
So
first working
that's the
day
rule for German, like, construction, right? Do the corners first and then, like, everything
done.
is more simple. Next day.
The next morning they continue
So did they actually do all that on day one? That is literally crazy, bro.
with the outer walls. The bricklayers place row after row. The windows and lintels are installed. And around noon the bricklayers arrived at the last row on the ground floor.
Wow, look at that. Already,
Finally,
bro.
the pink styrofoam formwork is laid for the concrete ceiling. The formwork also serves as insulation and remains on the building after finishing the ceiling.
Okay, they
At the
have the
end of the
windows
second working day, the outer
in
walls of the
place,
ground floor
the
are
doors
ready.
in place. Wow, man.
Σήμερον είναι πολύ.
So is this
Day
like
3.
day 3?
Today,
okay.
the interior.
So in 2 days, they literally did all that, bro. I mean, come on, is that a fake video? I'm not sure, but bro, if that's just in 2 days, I'm shocked.
Interior walls are created. Here too, a bitumen membrane is placed under the walls to protect against rising damp. The stones are so-called vertical perforated bricks in 2 different versions. For comparison, here both on top of each other. The brick with 17.5 centimeters wall thickness for the load-bearing walls and the narrower brick with 11.5 centimeters for the non-load-bearing walls. The floor plan shows where which stone has to be used.
Okay.
The load-bearing walls run right through the house, between the living room, guest room, kitchen, and the utility room, and once along to
then
the
like that,
load-bearing
okay.
living room wall, and the
And on the left
non-load-bearing
side.
walls run between the kitchen, living room, bathroom and the utility room.
Okay, I'm also learning how to read construction maps here, bro. How amazing is that?
The walls are set up here just like the outer walls. Cement mortar under the first row, exact leveling of the first stones with laser, from the second row on, thin bed mortar, laser, spirit level, plumb line and constant checking ensure exact.
I mean, bro, how many people do they actually have here working? 1, 2, 3. I see 3
Straight
so far.
wall.
I'd say about 5 or 6
Finished.
people.
The inner walls are
For a
standing.
single house.
Now the base gets a diffusion open seal before the cladding is coming.
Day 4.
Day 4. The scaffolding comes. The base is clad and the masons set up pillars throughout the house to support the ceiling elements.
Okay.
The next morning,
So that whole day they literally set up all those I don't know what it's called, around the house. So they can like go up, down, like they can have better reach to support the walls as mentioned in the video.
exactly at 8 a.m., the crane stands for the ceiling
Okay,
elements.
here's where the crane comes in.
The ceiling elements, so-called semi-finished part ceilings, are approximately 6 centimeters thick reinforced concrete slabs, in which part of the necessary reinforcement has already been inserted. They can be laid quickly and flexibly, depending on the size, but then still need to be concreted.
That is true.
For this, the masons insert additional reinforcement bars.
Okay, and
Firstly, to
they
optimally
fill
connect
that
and
with
consolidate
concrete?
the
Is that
ceiling
how it
with the
works?
masonry. Secondly, to join the individual ceiling elements together. This creates a stable, closed concrete ceiling after concreting. Only the access to the stairs remains free and has to be boarded accordingly.
The nail bent there.
Once all the reinforcement bars have been laid, everything is connected with wire so that nothing moves during concrete pouring.
Okay. So they're going to fill the whole thing with concrete. I
The
was
ceiling
right.
openings for the supply lines, water, heating, electricity which comes to the upper floor also remain free. They get polystyrene covers before concreting.
Okay.
Finished.
So that was
The
in
concrete
one
for
day.
the ceiling can come. A total of approximately 12 cubic meters of concrete flow into the formwork for the approximately 10 by 10 meters ceiling slab. It is important
so
to evenly
satisfying,
distribute and prevent air pockets. Therefore, constantly push the concrete back and forth,
Wow.
so that the air can escape. The height must of course also be correct.
Yeah, how are they going to measure, like, see if the height is okay, like, if it's straight or not? Let's find
Is
out.
constantly checked with the laser. Done.
Done. All right. So how are they going to flatten it?
Now
on
the concrete
same
is
line?
compacted with a surface vibrator. The surface vibrator directs high-frequency vibrations into the concrete. This increases the flowability of the fresh concrete. Air
Okay.
pockets rise to the surface and can escape. This gives the concrete
That
its
makes it
perfect,
nice
dense
and smooth.
consistency.
Wow.
Finished.
That's
Now
cool,
the
man.
concrete ceiling has to harden.
So they wait a day, come the next day, and go.
A few days later,
To the
the
upper
bricklayers
floor now.
start with the upper floor. The construction is the same as on the ground floor.
Okay, do the
The
corners
outer
then.
walls are created again with the thermal brick made of Puritan stone with hydrophobized mineral wool. First the corners are created again, then the entire outer walls. However,
Wow.
there are no longer any load-bearing walls inside. All partitions for the master bedroom, dressing room, bathroom, children's room and corridor are built with the narrow.
So this is a 1, 2, 3 bedroom house, right? Here there's a dressing room. They have a bathroom. In the middle is a corridor to access all the doors. And here, it seems this is going to be the staircase. Okay, so this is the upper floor.
Narrower, vertically perforated brick with a wall thickness of 11.5 centimeters.
There you go. So 1, 2, 3 bedrooms, the corridor, the bathroom, and the dressing room. Got it.
After 4 days, the upper floor is also up. As a conclusion, only the anchor ring plate is
I'm literally
missing.
surprised.
For this, the bricklayers have already put a formwork on the top row of bricks, into which reinforcement bars are now being laid. The anchor ring, as the name suggests, runs like a ring around the entire top edge of masonry. This reinforced concrete construction gives the wall
Okay,
stability.
more concrete.
The anchor ring plate is used to absorb and transfer horizontal tensile forces such as wind, ground vibrations and the roof load itself. If the concrete is filled, it must be compacted again with the surface vibrator. The masonry work is now complete. The walls of the house stand. Construction time for the 2 floors, 10 days.
10 days for 2 floors, man. Wow. I wish we could have seen the whole, like, the painting, the installation of, like, equipment, making the kitchen, making the bathrooms, all that stuff, but it looks like the video ended here. Okay. There might be, like, another part to this, if I check. But I don't know. Let me know if you want me to see the next part as well, where they do all those stuff. But yeah, pretty interesting video in my opinion. Let me know your thoughts as well, guys, in the comments below. And yeah, thanks for watching till the end. If you made it this far, guys, like the video, subscribe to the channel, and we'll be seeing you on the next video. Thanks for watching, guys, and peace out.